to the Real Estate and Chill podcast, the newest and coolest podcast. So tune in. Two experts discussing the real estate market. Loan officer James Chaudhry and associate real estate broker Kevin Iglesias. Beware, this is not another boring podcast. This right here is the shit you need to hear. Respectfully.
Welcome back to episode 12 of the Real Estate and Chill podcast. I'm your host, James Chaudhry from United Mortgage, here with
Kevin Iglesias, Associate Broker, Realty Connect. Today, the lights are green because we have a CEO in the building. This man is a boss. All right, we got Vinny Boscaino in the building.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You fucked up my name again, too. So
Damn. Yo, last episode, I messed up those guys.
Yo, Vinny said 10 minutes before we started, I'm going to try my best not to curse. First sentence.
Yo, how do you pronounce your last name? I'm sorry.
Boscaino. Vinny Boscaino.
Yo, actually,
Vincenzo.
Like 10 times. Yo, how do you pronounce it?
It's all good. Everybody does it, man. It's all good. What's
Sorry,
going on,
people pronounce my last name Iglesias all the time, so we're even.
All right, we're good. So what's up, fellas?
So tell us a little bit about yourself. So what do you do?
All right, I'm a real estate broker for Gen X Realty. Opened up the company roughly about 2 years ago. Worked for two other companies before that. So real estate, I'm an investor as well. We do a lot of flip houses. We get a lot of short sales, do a lot of foreclosures, things of that nature.
You're killing it, man. Like all over your Facebook, you have a new project like every day.
Yeah.
You're crushing it.
I appreciate it.
I met you when you were at another company. Can we say the company name?
Sure.
I met you at House Hunt.
Yep.
And then you know what's dope about this business is seeing people grow, right? Seeing everybody grow. And you're one of the guys that you get on social media and you're like the most selfless realtor out there, right? You put every other agent in your videos and you shout them out and you say, hey, this is so-and-so from this company. And you tell them to say their company name and their number. It's I don't see anybody else doing that.
I appreciate that, man. Like I took an initiative. It's for me. It's what's the definition of success? You know, what's the definition of success for you? What's the definition of success for you? Everyone has a different definition. Like for me, it's to give back. If I'm at a place in my life where I can give to somebody else, give them more exposure, give them another deal, like that's success to me. When you're coming from self and coming from I, that's when you don't do that. You know, you put me, I sold, me, I, you know?
That's James.
No, it's just
Incorrect.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's, so I didn't have an inspiration for it. I just, all of a sudden, like, I got to get this guy online, so, you know, promoting them. I had to get this person, and I get deals from that. I get people calling me like, hey, that was so nice. You actually, you know, talked about that other person. Can you come and list my house?
Wow.
You know?
That's awesome. How did you end up getting started in real estate?
All right, so I was a union painter. I painted for about 20-something years. I started to be like, my leg hurts, my eyelash hurts, my toenail hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like I want the mind, you know, I want to be screwed up in the mind, not in my body. You know, I want the mind ache, not the body ache. So I started with Pristine Properties. I'm going to give a shout out to my boy Cliff Cole, even though you don't answer my phone calls or call me back. You still my boy. I went to high school with my dude. You know, he put me on. So like when I got into real estate, I was going to buy a house. Called up Cliff. He's like, I'll help you get a house. Sweet. So I'm like, yeah, I want to change careers. He's like, why don't you get your real estate license? I'm like, and I was like, you hire me? He's like, of course. So I went and got the real estate license. For about a year and a half, I did both jobs. You can't just jump into real estate without any financial backing. You don't get paid unless you sell something. I don't know about you, but I sold one house my first year, and I'm going to be straight up. And I watched some of your stuff, so I know where you came from. I sold one house my first year, and it wasn't even a sale. It was my boy waiting for me to get my license to help him get a house. Wow. So it really wasn't like, hey, you know, you want me to sell your house? And like, it wasn't a cold call or nothing. It was like legit, he waited for me. But it was tough. But Cliff put me on, and with his company, he did a lot of renovating houses. He flipped a lot of houses. So with that, I learned a lot. I asked a lot of questions. I always keep my ears open, my eyes open. I asked, I learned, and I learned. I did more, and I did more. And then at one point in my life, I go, I want to do it myself. So I didn't tell anybody. You were talking about before, naysayers. Everybody saying, don't do that, don't do this, don't open your own company. Oh, my God, it's a headache and liability. I didn't tell anybody what my next step was. I just did it. And after I did it and bought my first house, I go, how'd you get the money to do that? I go, it was something I never told you. I dumped out my entire annuity, my entire pension, everything that I ever made in the union, and I took it all out. And I got banged $30,000. And then I had to pay tax on it, too, at the end of the year. So they took a lot of money from me. But I saw the vision of moving forward. And my first flip house I did, I made $20,000 plus a commission. And the next one I made $30,000 plus a commission in 1 year, both 6 months apart. And I made that money that the union, banged me for, and a profit from that. And ever since, it's just been a profit ever since. So it was the best move I ever made. But I know if you go to tell people, they're like, oh, don't do that. You need a retirement. You need this. You need a pension. That's what got me started. That's
motivating, man, because a lot of people won't take that risk. Yeah. Everybody is scared to do something that they've never done before, right? Yeah. I mean, it's normal. But people get too comfortable in that fear, and that's what holds them back from doing anything.
Fear's the word. You know what fear stands for?
Go ahead.
False evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. It's fake.
It is.
It's fake.
You can't touch it.
It's in your mind. It's mind over matter, Yeah. If you get your mind right, then you get your money right, then you're ready for war. It's actually a fucking...
I'm ready for war.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready for war.
I love that.
I got this gallon of water out here because I'm going to be boxing this ugly man right across the table from me.
Yo, the stories he's posting up, he's just like in the gym, like... how do you run at like 1 PM? Like, that was
the video
busy. You're just running in the middle of the day.
Yo, don't worry about my schedule.
Yo, I hope you
just worry about training for the fight. That's all.
All right, listen, Kevin, how tall are you?
I'm like 5'5" on a good day.
All right.
Yo, this is gonna be David and Goliath. Yo, you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall.
I'm like 6'1", 6'2".
I'm gonna chop that tree down.
Yo, that's impossible. So right now I'm losing weight. So I got that power. I'm still lifting the same amount. So I'm gonna.
You're like those guys who just lift and can't fight, can't throw a punch. That's you.
Yo, here's the thing, bro. You say all
Vinny,
this.
You gotta referee this. You gotta referee this.
I'll referee. My money's on the little guy because I'm little too. My money's on the little guy.
Yo, you're gonna come in. You're gonna be, you're gonna be like all prideful, everything. But when it comes down to it, it's gonna be game over for you, Kevin. Yo, we're gonna turn this into a good thing.
My money's on the little guy. Hold on, right here. 10 G's,
Oh,
10
shit.
stack.
Yo, I'll give you 5 to 1. I'll give you 5 to 1 on that.
10 stack over there, baby. Let's go. Don't do me wrong.
Yeah, we should actually open up a betting thing like for our charity event, and like all the proceeds go to
I like that.
A charity.
Yeah,
I like that.
and then you'll just take the duck. And
Yo, Mike, who you think is gonna win?
Give him back.
Yeah, yo, let's go.
Oh, it's because he's tall. That's why.
Yo, you know what's messed up is I gave. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I gave Mike his interview for EPM. Now I'm firing him. So Mike, please leave.
Yeah, we can't do this without him. Mike leaves, the podcast is done. What are we gonna do?
It's a wrap.
Yo, you're gonna be on the card too. You're gonna be fighting somebody. Yeah, we should do like lenders against realtors, or like
now he's pimping me out.
Lenders and investors against realtors. We'll do that.
I'm a businessman. I'll have someone fight for me.
Oh,
all right,
there you go.
They could be on the undercard. We'll figure as long as
all right,
you're there.
keep dreaming. Let's go back to video. All right, you watch too much YouTube. You're not gonna win.
Jake Paul knocked out Nate Robinson. I'm gonna knock out Kevin Iglesias. It's over.
Yo, Nate Robinson is a freaking basketball player, man.
And you're a realtor. And I'm a fighter.
But you don't know my background. This man's living in Jericho his whole life. Like,
yo, listen, man. I'll let my actions do the talking. All right. You guys will see.
Right,
we'll set a date.
I'm psyched for that.
Everyone's hitting us up about this. Yeah. All right, we'll get back to it. We got Vinny here.
Yo, $1 million question. And from an investor standpoint, now, when you see a property, right, do you ever think, all right, I'm not touching this if I'm not making X amount of money? What's like the minimum in an investor's mind now? Because the market's insane.
Me personally, I don't. To be honest, I'm not in it for the money. It's not about money. It's about helping people. The more people I help, the more money I could make.
So I can keep this?
No problem. I'll send a W-9 in the mail. Yeah.
I'll rip it up.
I ain't paying tax on that shit. That's your tax.
Nah, you paid $30,000 on those other ones. You're fine. You're fine. This is only 10.
Yo, to be honest, like I've taken houses before where me and my partner did not make any money, but you know who did? My guys that are working. The plumbers and electricians and everybody else on the job, they need to supply food for their family. How are they going to do it? From me. How am I going to do it? By providing another house for them. So big deal if I don't make money on a house, 1 or 2 or 3. I've taken a loss on a house before, but I kept my guys working. And you all know, even with real estate or anything, you get some good people around you. You don't want to let them go. You got to take care of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, so you give them a little extra. So I'll eat shit for them to eat caviar. That's no problem because I'll eat caviar later.
That's the difference between a leader and a boss.
Mike, we'll give you some caviar later, all right?
I ain't a boss. Don't ever want to be associated with a boss. That's not me. There's good posts out there. The boss is behind the table like this, pointing. The leader's in the front of it, pulling everybody. Like, I'd rather be considered, a leader than a boss. It's about leaving a legacy. What kind of a legacy do you want to leave? Yeah, congratulations on the kid.
Oh, thank you. No, thank
I
you.
have your
Baby,
gift.
I got your gift too, man. It's at Walmart. I'll go. No, but congratulations. But that's you leaving your legacy. I don't have children, nor am I having any children at all. So with my legacy is I want to leave something for other people to pick up. The more people that I help, the more of a legacy that I'm going to build. To be honest with you, if I had to pass away tomorrow, what I would want is like a park named after me, or like I want to fix up a park. I want to get a rundown park somewhere with the slides and this, and put the basketball courts and shit like that. I want to fix that up and have my name bearing. Like, I actually gave back to society. So if you're in it for the money, then you're never going to be successful. Like I was saying before, it's paper. This isn't worth anything. This is not worth anything. It creates value. Whatever you purchase with it, that's what's valuable. Is whatever, if it's a car, if it's a ring, if it's a coat, whatever it is, you're trading this for a service. So this sitting in your bank really does not do anything for you. It means zero. You have to put it into something. Like I was telling you before, I got a problem. I can't keep money. I can't keep it. Every time I make $5 or $10, I want to spend it on something else. Yeah. I want to spend it on something else because there's always a return, So a lot of people go like, oh, I'm broke, I have no money, and I can't do anything. I have a great idea. Go to the dollar store and buy $40,000 of wood spoons and put them on eBay for $2. You will double your money.
It's all about making the right investments.
Or you can make some, some lumber for some properties.
Lumber right
price
now,
is insane.
Lumber's nuts.
That's where you and I agree. We're on the same page.
Yeah.
That park idea is dope. As long as he doesn't come to the park, I'm good,
problem,
man. Don't.
You have to be 5'5" or smaller.
Mike can't come
small. Make everything small.
In terms of, I'm going to beat you in boxing first. Then we're going to have a basketball event. I'm going to beat you in that too. Listen.
We got a couple of charities coming out there. You got to be a part of, man.
That's exactly what we're trying to do too. Because for this, we don't actually we don't make any money from doing this, right? We try to give back to the people who are watching this and try
educate
to share,
them, entertain them.
Yeah.
And then the next thing, Kevin and I, when we first started this, we were like, we want to do different things for different people, and that's what our goals together are. We're both in this industry, and we want to do things together that help more people. And I mean, we're in the service industry, so that's really what it's all about.
Yeah.
And that charity event of me beating him up, it's a charity. It goes to good cause, and it's a tax write-off. So,
you're gonna be face down on the canvas.
Even the hospital bills.
All right, if I'm in the hospital, I'm sending you the bill. You can write that out.
No, that's good stuff, man. But I'm with you guys with the giving back. I always want to help other people. That's the definition of success for me, is when you're able to give it to other people. When I can tell you what I've done, how I've gotten here, what I have done, like dumping out my entire annuity. Nobody would do that. Tell your mom and dad that you're going to do that; they'll freak out. Yeah. That's why I don't tell anybody, because that fear base that everyone puts into you, like we were talking earlier.
You can't do this. You can't do that. It's because they've never done it themselves.
I love when people say that. Please tell me.
Keep telling me I can't beat you, James. Keep telling me.
Yeah, that's the motivation.
I feel attacked.
I think you on my shoulders, we still ain't hit.
Yo, it's hot as heck up in here, man.
Son,
where's your central hair? I'm sweating.
I'm getting a tan up in this joint,
I feel like I'm in a sauna with Mike. What the heck? Did you put on the AC? Yo, this guy's on his phone watching YouTube or something.
Sweating.
He has to watch this show 4 times on 4 different angles. So he doesn't want to watch it live.
That's great.
Yo, talk about starting your own brokerage, right? Because that's huge.
Yeah.
A lot of agents are scared to take that risk, to take that brokers are scared to take that risk and take that opportunity. Yeah. Can you talk about that? Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying, and the liability behind it as well too, because I am responsible for everybody underneath me.
Yeah.
I love it. Why wouldn't you want to be responsible of other people? I don't understand the fear that comes along with that. Don't you want to be your own CEO, like run your own office?
CEO,
It's,
Yo, can you stand up real quick to show the camera? There you go. 10,000 on the table.
Yeah, so it really didn't take much for me in my mind because I knew it was, to be honest with you, I have to shout out this dude, Giorgio. When I was at the other company, I didn't have my, I just got my, I had my real estate license. I didn't have the associate broker's license yet. So he kept pushing me, get it.
It's good to have.
I'm not going to own anything. I'm chilling. I'm good. I'm not going to own. Get it. I took the test in I took the class a year and a half later. I took the test. I think you have 2 years to take the test. And then got the associate broker's license. So, hey, thanks, Giorgio. Good looking out. I'm part of this organization, accountability group. So they push you to do stuff. So he pushed me to do that. And I'm blessed, and I thank him a lot. And after that, when they say like entrepreneurs or they can like see future, see where you're at, and you can see a little further on, visionaries. I had a vision in my head that like where I'm at now, I'm probably not going to stay, and I don't want to work for another company, and I don't want to work for anybody else. I'd rather work for myself. So I already had the associate broker's license. All I had to do was send a couple of bucks up to Albany. They sent me the broker's license down, a couple grand, and I opened up my own company. It was very simple to do. I never had any fear around it. I had no fear base. I had nothing, along those lines. I knew kind of what I wanted to do and where I was going. So I just opened it up, and I worked at both companies at the same time. I have my associate broker's license over here and my broker's license at my company, Gen X Realty, and I worked at both of them.
Where did the name come from?
I'm
Generation X. I mean, you kids are a little young,
Wait, what is
baby Google Gaga.
Wait, it's like Generation Y or something? I don't even know. Millennials? I don't even know. Am I a millennial? What am I? I don't even know.
I'm about to knock you into another century, so I don't care.
Yo, you know why you're drinking so much water? Why you feel so high? You're drinking all this water? Yo, it's because he's nervous. Yo, I bring it up now. Look how much water he's drinking. He's nervous.
Nah, I'm prepared.
It's hilarious. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm 46, bro.
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You don't look 46.
Yeah, not at all, man.
He looks 46. Yo, Kevin posted a picture of him you were so much skinnier. I literally responded to a story. I was like, yo, don't go back to this. You look like you're 15. You look so young, with your you don't grow facial hair anyway, but
it was at this moment that he knew.
Yo, stop being so offended, bro. Lighten up. Come on.
I don't want to say anymore, all right? We'll leave it in the ring. But all right, man, that's motivating, right? Because again, I met you at that other company, and then did you have your company when we were putting that deal together? We were speaking about it before.
The Medford one?
Yeah.
That was with my new company, with Gen X. Yeah.
So just to let everybody know, when COVID first hit us, right? Yeah. We had a deal that was going on. I was on the buying end. You had the listing. That was your property that you purchased and were flipping?
I flipped it, yeah.
Yeah. So it was the midst of COVID, right? Everything was just crazy.
Legit, they shut everything down that
Everything
Sunday.
Was shut down, yeah.
That was when we were going through this.
Yeah, we were still we were still hustling, still working. So we were putting this deal together. I was on the buying end, and everything was going smoothly. Inspection went well. We were both there for the inspection. And then we went into contract, right? We got the letter from the employer saying that the buyer was essential and that they weren't losing their job. Yo, next week later, she lost her job. It's crazy.
That's unfortunate.
So, I put this house on the market, and I got this agent that came over like, yo, we good. Yo, my people's is essential. We good. Yo, we closed it. And 7 days later.
ABC.
Yeah, son. It ain't working. You're still my boy, though, man. It's part of the game. It's what happens. You can't get, disgruntled or pissed off. It ain't his fault. It's not even the buyer's fault. It's the circumstances that come around it. It is what it is, People get in their head about it a lot,
Yeah.
But we were doing that deal in Medford, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. We were just talking about before. Now the market is so much. It's insane now. Like that house would be worth so much more money than you were
At
selling
least
it before.
75 grand more.
It's
At least
crazy.
Can we just
75
hear a
grand.
market update from you guys are both in the industry, and I'll say my piece as well. Like, what have you been seeing in the past like 2 weeks? Because I mean, obviously I wasn't here last episode, but like, what have you been seeing in the last like 2 weeks, really? Because like I feel like everything's changing like that, and like every week is just different. So I don't. What have you been seeing? It's been getting even
The market
crazier now. Like,
have you feel like it's slowed down? I don't feel like it's slowed down whatsoever at all. I mean, I still think that it's it. Yeah, nothing at all. I mean, this guy bought a house last year for $290. He sold it this year. I sold it for him for $390. Didn't do anything. Just repainted the walls. That's all he did. Legit.
some expensive paint.
It was crazy.
Yo, Vinny painted it back in the day. That's just like the market. It's insane.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if you're a seller and you're buying, you're selling at a premium, and you're also buying at a premium. So it's a balance.
But you're getting the rates are lower.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, it's like my analogy to people, like, don't quote me on the numbers, but if you buy a $400,000 house at 4 or 5%, but you buy a $500,000 house at 3% now, like it's the kind of same freaking payment.
That's
You know?
your
it goes
world.
like
You step
around,
into
like-
it.
So who gives a crap with the house? How much the house is? It's your payment.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's. I mean, it's not even I think it is. Because, like, I mean, just based off of that, people are able to offer more. And, like, people are just like, all right, I want this house. All right, just give it to me. Just give it to me. Like, I want it. So it's like, that sounded weird.
I was just staring at your shit over here like, yo.
But
Things always go so unexpected here, man.
But on my side of it, it's been like every client I've been speaking to, like I haven't had a deal go into contract in the past 2 weeks. Like, and that's because I mean, you like, you know, on the lender side, like we obviously work with different realtors. We have like more buyers per se. So like I haven't had an offer put in contract in the past 2 weeks, which is crazy. Because like I don't even remember the last time that's happened.
Because your buyer is probably getting outbidded by 10 other people, and they probably put
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 8 offers that you don't know about, but they probably put a shitload of offers in there, and so many other people are outbidding them.
Yeah.
And they're waiving appraisal contingencies now.
It's insane.
You know?
I mean, we have
crazy.
some buyers together, and they're like, you know, it's
It's the
mayhem.
market is just, and people didn't expect this, right? I had a lot of investors that were pulling out of everything because they thought the market was going to crash. And then after they pull out of everything, they're like, crap, should have kept them all.
Yeah.
Because
Even the deal that we were doing, that's when COVID legit happened.
Yeah.
I just
In the
took the next
beginning.
offer. The next offer, yeah, take it. I don't know what's going to happen. And I got rid of it. If I would have held on to it even for 2 or 3 more months, you know, the payments that I had hard money on, I said the payments are like maybe $1,400 a month. So I'm not spending that much money. If I would have waited, I would have probably netted another 30 or 40 grand on it.
let's jump into that, right? Because so you basically use your own money to fund the deal, right? So you took out hard money loan.
So how I first started, I never believed in hard money. I didn't want to pay anybody else a percentage. Why would I want to borrow? Like, I didn't understand the concept of leverage. Again, I was new in the business. I didn't know too much, you know. So I didn't believe in it. So me and my partner, we put all of our money together. We bought our first 5 or 6 or 7 houses just straight cash. But we can only do 2 at a time.
That's so risky. I mean, looking back at it, I mean, would you agree?
Nah,
I feel like it's
continue
so
to buy
risky.
cash. Keep this guy out the picture.
I'm not even involved in the first place. I'm not involved in the first place. I'm not a hard money lender, so I'm not even involved. Just like my outside perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, it has nothing to do with me, just to clarify. But no, I just think it's so risky. Like, because you're using all of your cash and like buying XXX.
How do you know that? How do you know he doesn't have more money in the bank?
No, I'm just saying like you're buying the whole
You don't know
thing
anything.
cash.
All right, let's.
I'll tell you straight
Yo,
up.
what the hell?
I'll tell you straight up. Like, I take risks. I take.
My
risks.
man's a risk taker over here. He
I
just
will-
told you
I will
he had to pay 30,000 back. Come
Clearly,
on.
he just bought a house cash. That's risk taking. What do you mean? That's what I'm saying.
I think borrowing money is more of a risk taking because now if shit doesn't go right, you got to pay somebody else back that money. If I put my own money and I lost it, that's my own problem. I don't have to listen to myself. I don't have to do this. They don't have to foreclose on it. They don't have to ruin my credit or nothing. So my own cash, if something went wrong, I lost my own cash. I didn't lose someone else's money who they're going to come back after me.
I can't speak against
He's
that.
not a risk
for
taker. He's
for
scared.
legal reasons. I'm not going to speak against that. I hope, you know, I'm just going to, but I can't speak on that. 'cause,
He's not
you
about
know,
that life.
There's some things that you can do,
Yeah.
you know, but we'll leave it at that. Well, you're the one with experience, not me. So But
Why are you even here?
I mean, now,
Yeah.
I mean, but like now,
Mike, want to take a seat?
he thinks I could beat you in a fight. So, clap, please.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Again, Mike is 20 years old.
Yeah.
He's not even old enough to drink, so his brain's not fully developed yet.
Yo, you're gonna take. Yo, you take him.
It's like-
Yo, let's just jump them together.
He's gonna Photoshop me completely out.
Out, yeah. You put his head on your body. That's great.
But like recently, like when you're buying these property now, because now you're like doing way more volume now.
Yeah.
Like you're still buying them cash or like.
No, so I would say like my first 6 or 7 of them, we bought all cash. My boy Nick from Aldi, he kept, come to me, help you out. I'm like, nah, I'm not paying you, nah. But when you want to do more, you need to borrow that money to leverage it to get more properties. We were able to do one, and then when it was about to sell, we can purchase another one, but we needed that one that's closed to get the rest of the funds to
When
do
it
the
was locked
renovation.
up. Yeah.
To do the renovation. So we'd always buy the second one when we're about to close the other one.
So let me ask you a question, because before you were doing 2 in a year, how many deals are you doing now?
We were doing 2 at a time.
Oh, 2 at a time.
2
Okay.
at a time, yeah. So it takes about 6 months. 6 months to do a house. So it was about 2, and then you're starting that third one, going into the next year, and then you can bang out probably 3 or 4 for that year. And it's all of our money. Like we didn't have to pay no interest back. We didn't have to pay points up front. We didn't have to pay anything. So that $20,000 extra and that $5,000 with the points or whatever it is, we didn't have to pay any of that stuff. So it all came back into our pocket. Then I got to a point where, shoot, I want to get these 3 houses and we don't have enough funds. Say you have $500,000, you don't have enough to buy 3 houses. If you're buying them at $200,000 each, that's $600,000. We only have $500,000, and we have to renovate them. So that's when you borrow the money. And you're only putting 40, 50, 60, 70 grand down per house, and you still have all that money. You have 500 grand, you're putting 75 grand down on the house. You still have all that money left in the bank. And then you can get a construction budget too, and that can fund the construction. So what we do is we get a construction budget, but I never use the construction budget. Why? Because I still got that mindset. I don't want to pay anything, and I can fund it myself, because once you take that money out, you got to pay interest on it.
Yeah.
So why do it, So what we do is if we need to, we can purchase the house. We'll get the hard money, put 60, 70 grand down. We got the house. We start funding it ourselves. You have to do that anyway, because they're not just going to give you 20 grand right off the rip. You got to do 20 grand worth of work. You got to do 60 grand worth of work.
Yeah.
They'll give you the money. So once you start doing the work, and then we started doing it, and then we're like, we're almost done, and we don't really need that money. So at the end of the job, if we need, like your refi, what we were talking about earlier, we can pull that money out. Now we have it back in our pocket if we have to buy another house, because we're about to close that one.
Gotcha. I mean, in principle too. It goes with both sides of it, but the opportunity cost of, instead of buying one house, buying like 3. I mean, maybe whatever the case may be. I mean, I don't know. Would you be more profitable if you bought 3 and paid interest, went through everything on it? Or would you be more I've never done a deal like this, so I don't even know.
If I did 3 of them with just regular cash out of the bank and then did 3 of them with hard money, I'd make more with just straight cash.
No. I mean, like 3 with hard money and then 1 with just cash. Like, which one would you make more on? Is it comparable or
I would actually have to run numbers on that. I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, to be honest, just you saying it would sound like you'd make more off of the 3.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You make more for 3 houses than 1.
Stupid question, but you know what? Let's just let it.
No, but you also have the
I think
expenses too,
make,
and you're obviously cutting some of your profit out of it. So if you're buying 3 houses, you're gonna have a lot of costs too, and so that's the reason why I asked that. Yeah. But
hard money's great. Like I said, I wasn't a believer in the beginning, and I met with Nick, and he hooked me up, and we started chatting, and he does all my money for me now. I want to promote Nick now. Give Nick a call. He's a good dude. He's one of my boys, and he gets the job done. And now we borrow the money to get the houses. So I haven't done any cash houses in probably 2 or 3 years, maybe.
Wow. So what would be your advice to other people? Because we have a wide audience. We got a lot of people tuning in. What would be your advice if somebody who's looking to invest? Go to the hard money route if they have the money, or
yeah, you got to do the hard money route. But see, hard money really works when you're doing multiple properties. If you're doing one, it's all right, But if you're doing multiple at a time, that's when you need the hard money, because you can leverage all that money.
yeah,
Yeah. So if you could, a first person trying, if they can buy it cash, if they can get money from a couple of people, you know, themselves. You could use other people's money. OPM, you can use other people's money, you know, maybe pay them back a little chump change on the side for borrowing the money. I think that would be the best way to start.
Yeah.
Can we just make it known? Can you zoom in to Vinny because he's sweating like crazy right now?
I was just about to say,
Vinny did not take anything before the show. Okay, guys, it's just hot in here. It's really hot.
you were gonna say, can you tell an investor? I was like, yeah, get a place where there's air conditioning. I'm fucking dying.
Yo,
Holy shit, man. Yo, this shit's hot. Yo, it's hot up in here, son.
Let's go see it. Oh man. Yo, all right. Let's go back to you starting your own company, right? Your own brokerage. Yeah. Did you ever fear, I can't compete with the bigger brokerages? Like nobody knows my company name. Did that ever cross your mind? He's got the
Yo, you got any more? I feel like you just pulled out a 10 wide. Do you have any more?
I do. I brought a little for you.
Man says he doesn't buy houses cash anymore. I don't believe it.
You need another 10? You need another 10 spot? Here's another 10 spot for you, baby.
Thank you.
All right? Win that back in the boxing match.
Oh, man, that's easy.
Right?
I do it in my sleep.
Bring that back in that boxing match. Let me fan myself off.
Mike, we're no longer friends after this, okay?
What was the question? I forgot. I'm about to get heat.
Yo, Mike, do you know CPR?
Stroke up in here. Jesus Christ.
Yo, you got any more water?
A little drop.
Barely.
Yeah,
You almost get some water in there. You drink like a third of it already. You're already at like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, so this is how they take care of us. My man comes in with this jug. I get this little Dixie cup. Yeah. It's just hot.
Yo, Mike just ran out the room to get you some water, right?
Leave the door open too, goddammit. What's up?
Yo, all right. The question was before you passed out was, were you ever scared to start your own company? Like, they don't know my company name. You know, this other company's bigger, et cetera, et cetera.
The competition. All right. No, I never really thought about that because I don't compete. I don't compete with anybody. You see, even the videos, I like to give away to people and give. I don't compete. I'd rather dominate my sector than compete. I have no competition with anybody. I love everybody. Everybody's cool with me. I'm cool with everybody. I don't compete, so I never had any issue with that. And another great thing, like where I came from, I never worked for a name brand company. I never worked
that's
for.
True. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I never worked. I was like, if you want to call it a mom and pop, let's call it a mom and pop. I've never worked for a big brand company, so I never really had that competition with anyone.
That mindset.
People used to say, like, I'll give you a great example. People used to say, "Oh, go with the big company." I was telling you, I almost bought an exit. Go with the big companies because the name. It ain't about the play. It ain't about the company. It's about the player. It's not about the company.
Boom!
It's about the player.
$1 million game.
Look at Tom Brady. It ain't about the company. It's about the player. He went to another company. He went to another team.
Yeah.
And they won the shit again. It's about the player. So I never really had that in my mind. A lot of people used to say to me, that's those naysayers and don't do this. This is what I think you should do. What you do. I mean, I interviewed Keller Williams. They're going like everybody. I interviewed everybody. Coldwell Banker. They wanted me to come over. They're all lovely people. They're all very, very nice. I just didn't want to be in that corporate world because I can kind of make my own path, and that's the legacy I want to leave. I want to leave a path, and create more. I have more access. I could do anything. I don't have to get approvals for anybody. I approve the stuff.
Vinny just looks in the mirror and asks himself, exactly.
Yo,
cheers to that. Cheers to that.
What do I want to do today? This fucking guy.
James, don't touch me ever again.
Only if it's consensual.
Whoa. Yo.
All right,
wait. Yo, Vinny's out.
Yo, wait, what's the thing the front of your thing? Psych? No. Oh, I thought I said psych. Yo, we're just messing around.
But all right, so starting your own company, so you never had that mindset, which is good because a lot of people, like we said again, people are so scared to do anything new that it just holds them back.
That's fair.
With your company now, how many people do you have working for the brokerage?
I have 3 agents working with me.
Okay.
Sharks, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
I know you like you have like a big name in Long Island, so I'm sure that.
How long you been in the business?
Yo, they're all new. They're all
really?
new. Yep, they're all new. I haven't been in the business a long time, man.
You been or you have?
Nope,
How long?
Not. Probably about 7 years.
Really?
8 years. Yeah, I came a long way.
Yeah, but you can never tell.
I started about 7, 8 years
You
ago.
leveled up quickly.
Yeah, and got to own my own brokerage within the first 8 years.
Wow.
I think it's pretty. I think I got a pretty good story.
I agree.
Coming from construction and just taking a leap into real estate and then getting on the investing side, which, as you know, it's a tough business, and finding the houses and getting the houses and all the stuff that goes through it, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. I have 3 agents working with me now. They're 2 years is one person. Another lady got her license in January. She's got 2 houses under contract already. And my wife works with me too. She got her license last year, right when COVID hit. She got the thing right in the mail, like the license. We were like, sweet, So we got to stay home for a little while. So we got to go over Stratus and things and that nature.
How is it working with your wife?
It's
I know
great.
that sometimes people say like you shouldn't always mix like relationships like work and stuff.
You want me to put this on camera?
Yo, why you gonna ask him a question like that, yo?
Yo, it's a genuine question.
It's actually great. You know what? Because if she needs something, like I'm always there all the time. Like a question, what's this? And how do I do this? Like I have to go show a house for her today after this. Just to help support her. Get her business going. But it is good. The only downside for it is that we can both tell each other to shut up. So like if you had a boss or a broker that you work for, you wouldn't go, you're an idiot. You can't do that. With us, we can do that. That's the only thing. But besides that, everything's dope. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, well,
Power couple.
She's good. Yeah, she's good. She's easy. Easygoing person. Like doesn't get ruffled too much, and is learning the business as well. So even when I go to hire agents working for me, like a lot of people say, like, why do I want to come to you? Like I can go to Exit or Realty Connect or however it is. That's all well and fine because they have great training. But they don't have me. That's it. They ain't got me. No. But it's truthful because a lot of people want to renovate. Everybody wants to renovate. Everybody wants to flip. Like that's always everyone's end game. If you ever talk to anyone that just started or been working for years, I always wanted to do that. I get it. HGV fucked everything up for everybody. Everybody wants to flip a house. I get it. It's fun. It's rewarding. But there's a lot of bad that comes along with it too. A lot of dark side. And I like to kind of promote that. On like my videos and things that I do too. Like, it's not really all peaches and cream all the time. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of people yelling. There's a lot of people screaming. There's sometimes you can't close on time. There's a CO. I just had a house. We were about to close and all of a sudden there's no CO for the entire upstairs. Like but the house was built like that in '64 or whatever.
Dang,
so we had to go to
nuts.
it was like, and forget about it. The people already sold the house. They were living in a hotel, and they got dogs, and they got kids, and their shit's in storage. And they asked if they can use our garage to put everything. I said, there's a flip house. Put everything in the garage. I felt so bad for these people, and I didn't represent the buyer. I'm representing the sellers, us. I felt so horrible for these people. But like shit like that happens, and they got to scramble and get all this done so they can close.
Damn, that's nuts. There's a lot that people don't see because, again,
there's a lot. I want to bring that to light.
Real estate is all about glitz and glamour when you see it on TV. The fancy cars, the fancy clothes, the watches.
Yes.
Stacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Do you have any more? I feel like you're hiding some more.
I got shit.
But yo, let's talk about your dancing videos, right? Because you do a lot of dancing videos. Is that you dancing?
Yeah.
That's really you dancing? It's not
no. So it's generated. There's an app. I do the dancing on it, and it just generates it It generates it to other dance styles. You could do like old school dancing, new school. Well, you can ride on a skateboard and makes you do ollies and stuff, So I just had this idea. I was going around looking at our flip houses because squatters and things, and people break in, they break stuff. I don't know if you saw the video when somebody stole all of our shit out of one of our houses.
Nah, I gotta check it out.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago. They stole the refrigerator, they stole the faucet to the kitchen sink, they stole the stove, and they took it out all nice. They didn't rip anything out. They unscrewed everything, cut the wires beautiful. Like they almost capped them again. Like they were beautiful. they went to the bathrooms. They took the mirrors. They took the little ring. They put the towel on. They took they took everything, man. Like all these little things. Yeah. It's like things happen. So
I mean, it's alright. At least they were nice about it.
So yeah, they were nice. Yeah, I was saying. We have all wood floors, not one scratch. They were beautiful. They were beautiful. They were the best thieves you can ever have. I'm telling you, it was legit.
Did they leave you a letter? Sorry, bro.
Thanks. They left a thank you letter. Yeah. So I don't know. I just had this idea. One of our houses, I think it was in Freeport last year, and Blew the whole thing up. Joe from San Girardi Contracting, he did the work. San Girardi Contracting, shout out. They blew the whole downstairs open, so it was just all open headers, the whole nine. And I was going to check for squatters, see if there's anything leaking, stuff like that happens. A pipe when no one's in there, things tend to fall apart. So I go in and take a look. I'm like, damn, this thing looks like a dance floor. So I had the camera, I'm doing all the videos, and I put the thing there. So I started dancing on it, and then I get this app, and I throw in the app, and it made it even more. And I was like, yo, that shit is pretty cool. And when I posted, I'm telling you, 17,000, 20,000, 30,000.
Man, it went viral.
People viewing it. So I started doing it on a few houses, and then I had the bright idea with the dancing on the that one with the countertops, that's the house with the no CO for the upstairs.
Oh, really?
It was that house. Wow. So I had that app. I had myself dancing on. I'm like, how can I do this? All right, I'll just tell you right now, my brain, the way I work, my creativity, about 3, 4 in the morning. That's my creativity spot.
You're a night owl.
I go to sleep early. I'm a 4 or 5 hour night. I only sleep about 4 or 5 hours. So I go pretty early. I get up pretty early. But when I wake up, I ask my wife, I'm laying in bed, and I'm like this, like, again. And she's back there, what are you making videos again? Yeah, I am. I'm going to show you in about 3 hours when you wake up. Yeah, that's when I start. I don't know. I get up. I don't know if I dream. I have ideas that are in my mind. And I start creating these, videos. And, with the internet and apps and all this stuff, you can make a lot of things blend together. So, like, even my videos, I use 3 different apps to create the one video. I use this for that. I use that for this. And I use this for that. And then I blend it all together. It was just like my idea of, doing something different, being fun, like you guys here, just having fun, shooting shit, chilling, and a lot of people freaking laughed, and I love the dancing video. So, it's a generated app, but I do the dancing, but it does hook it up a little bit more. Yeah.
Not for nothing, but I don't sleep either because I got a newborn. But not only that, I've been busy training for this fight.
Yo, you know what? Only the strong. This is how you become successful. You don't sleep, you don't eat, and you don't do anything.
Well, clearly you've been eating, so.
Yo, I'm down 17 pounds in the last month. Yo, you shouted me out on your story. Yo, don't switch up right now, bro. Don't switch up, bro.
Yeah, you're not sweating as much anymore.
I know, because he opened that door. It was like a sauna. I'm about to get a tan up in here.
All right, so last question that I really want to touch base on is, say, for example, there's somebody watching this show who is young. They're like, oh, maybe I'm like thinking about going to real estate. I feel like a lot of people show like everything going on, but like, what's the best way to start? Like, how do you really start in investing in real estate?
I would say the first thing is OPM, other people's money. 'Cause typically, if you're starting real estate, you don't have money.
Yeah.
Right? We're talking about people like that, not a successful person that's making millions of dollars and they want to do real estate. That's a different story. Use your money, start using leverage and buying properties. If you have no money, maybe getting out of high school or just got out of college and you have to be 21 years old or 18 to get your license. I don't know. 18, you're right. If you just want to get started, you have to use other people's money. I mean, that's the only way you can really start. So start with your sphere of influence, your family, your cousins, your uncles, your aunts, your parents, your grandparents. Ask them to, you want to create this vision. You have to enroll people. That's the first thing you need to do is enroll your family to believe in what your system and what you want to do. And if you can get capital for it, okay, cool. Now you got the capital. Money is the easiest thing to get. That should be the easiest thing to get. It's everywhere. There's no scarcity of money. They're printing money like crazy. It's all over the place. It's all over this table, 10 stacks all around.
Don't throw it.
It's everywhere. It's the inability or the fear or the laziness of people not trying to get it. Yeah. That's the problem. So I would say try to get capital. That's the first thing. If you can get to invest, you want to get capital, get capital. Now you got to get houses.
Yeah. Where do you find the house?
That's a pain in the ass. I just look, please send me a house. Please. And I wake up in the morning and there's one around the block. Bird dogs. All right. You familiar with bird dogs? Bird dogs, you have somebody drive around for you and look for properties. Look for vacant properties. Board it up, grass a little bit higher, driving for dollars, however you want to call it. The bird dogs give them a couple of bucks, and they find some houses for you. Then they'll shoot you, hey, there's this house in this property, this address. And then you can go look them up and try to find who the owners are. And then you call the owners, hey, maybe they live in Oregon, and it was their parents' house, and they don't give a crap about it anymore. They don't care. All right, well, we'll be able to help you. Can we help you? If they go, yeah, you take the house. We get authorization to speak to their bank. We negotiate and try to buy it from the bank. So that's how you can try to, get some properties. How I started was right on the MLS. Now it's a little tough because the whole eviction process
Everything is occupied. Not a lot of people want to buy occupied homes.
Yeah, no, because you can't get them out right now.
No.
Even cash your keys, it's tough. People, if you're smart and you know the laws, you do not have to leave. I think they're going to lift it in another month or two, but they might extend it and extend it.
They keep
extending
extending it
how many
like
times?
a million
Four
times.
A couple times, yeah, a couple times.
I think it's extended 4 times. It's
Yeah.
been like over 6 months.
Yeah.
The extension has it's crazy.
So what you do is you try to get in touch with the owners of these boarded up houses. If you can get in touch with them, you try to purchase it from the bank.
Gotcha.
So basically a short sale.
Well, let me ask you this, because we have
And
had
I don't know why they call it a short sale. It should
There's
be a
nothing
fucking
short
long,
about
it should be
a
a long
short
sale. It should be a long sale. It's ridiculous.
So we have we've had people who watch the show reach out to people who've been on the show in the past. So if somebody's looking to learn more about it, would you be okay with them reaching out to you?
Of course. That's the beginning of our conversation is being successful. Being successful is to give what I know to other people. That makes me happy, and then see someone else like actually do it and run with it and make something out of it. Oh my God, it's like having children. You watch a kid play soccer and they score a goal and you're so happy. You give someone an idea on how to flip a house and they do it and they flip it and they made money and they're so happy. Like that's success to me. That's going to be my legacy. My legacy right now is I'm trying to build up my funeral. I want my funeral like 45 blocks of people. When Biggie died and everyone, and they're bumping Biggie songs, that's what I want.
James
That's
is
what
like,
I want.
who's Biggie?
Yeah.
Yo, I know Biggie.
You old enough?
You're Smalley.
Oh! That was a good one. I like it. That was a good one. No,
That was good.
that was good. Oh, no, I got small jokes my whole life.
I feel like you're hiding money under the table, bro.
I got you.
I feel like you got some money under the table. Do you have money under the table?
What do we got over here?
You'll find some.
Yo, money's not an issue for me,
over
man.
here. Let's just throw.
Nice. We love it. Yeah, we love the flex culture, but we also hate the flex culture. So cancel it, but don't cancel it. All right.
I have
Well,
no idea what that means.
you wouldn't get it. All right. So that's a wrap for that one.
Yo,
Vinny,
Vin.
how could they reach out to you? I just stole it from you. Sorry.
What you got? What you got?
Pleasure having you on, man.
Thanks,
Thank you for
man.
being here with us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to sit next to this ugly young man, but
Yo, I'm pretty cute.
only your mom thinks so.
I just sweat. Just completely sweating.
Yo, I'm not sweating. I'm chilled. I'm relaxing.
You're real estate and chill right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good segment.
You mentioned before that you watched, a couple episodes, but did you like and subscribe?
I don't know.
Yo, come on, Vinny.
how are you a guest on the show and you didn't like and subscribe?
I'm being honest.
Yo, don't put this episode out, all right?
Yeah, leave that. Yeah.
Subscribe this entire episode. Yo, man, it was a pleasure having you on. Yo, take your
I
phone.
gotta check.
Yo,
My phone. You steal that shit already? Let me check. Hold on.
Kevin's gonna
all
leave
right,
his
put some
pinky note
like
in
interlude
your
music,
pocket.
elevator music.
Oh, take this time to please subscribe.
Yeah,
Love it.
right here. That's all you gotta do. It's free.
Yeah, I'm subscribed.
Yo, all right.
I'm subscribed.
All right.
I'm subscribed.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, baby.
No excuses. It's
All
free,
right.
people.
You probably just broke your phone.
Money's not an issue again. All right. Yo, Vin, it was a pleasure having you on, man. Thank you
thanks.
for making the time. We had to reschedule a couple of times,
I
but
appreciate it.
it was an honor having you here. How can people contact you?
All right, my name is Vincenzo Boscaino. I'm broker owner of Gen X Realty. You can give me a call, 516-369-5265. Again, 516-369-5265. Or you can send me an email at genxbroker@gmail.com. It's genxbroker@gmail.com. Hit me up if you have any questions, concerns, anything. Look down below. I'm here to help. I like helping everybody, so give me a call. Let's do some work.
You have no excuses. If you want to learn about it, reach out to him.
Do not let fear hold you back.
That's a
False
fact.
evidence
Moral to the
appear real.
story.
And I'm your boy, James Chowdhury, United Mortgage.
Kevin Iglesias, associate broker. We're out.
Thank you for tuning in to the Real Estate and Chill podcast with James Chowdhury and Kevin Iglesias. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share this with your friends, your enemies, your mother-in-law. No, seriously, this podcast is so fucking good, you might want to tell your ex. See you next time.